Well, new at 5, the 39th U.S. President Jimmy Carter is now lying in state ahead of tomorrow's funeral at the Washington National Cathedral. The public can view Carter's coffin until tomorrow morning. Steve Belko is a history instructor at John Wood Community College in Quincy. He says there are some positives from the Carter administration despite economic hardships during the time. He believes Carter was instrumental in promoting peace in the Middle East.
The Cold War is raging during his presidency. And yes, we had 52 Americans held hostage for an inordinate amount of time, 444 days. But he did try a military rescue. It failed miserably, but he made the attempt.
After the state funeral, Carter's remains will be transported back to his hometown in Georgia for a private service.